Hi everyone, good evening. We are learning something new today. Today the topic is data mining, process methods and algorithms. So we are learning the very deep understanding about the business intelligence, how the we can manage the data through data mining processes. So today, these are the learning objectives. So define data mining as an enabler technology for business analytics, understanding the objectives and the benefit of data mining, become familiar with the wide range of application of data mining, and also learn the standardized data mining processes. We will learn about the learn different methods and algorithm of data mining, build awareness of the existing data mining software tools. So first we will learn the data mining concept, then application, then process methods, and then tools. So first of all, we are learning data mining. So I divided a data mining concept in different slides, like how you will relate the data mining process and how you can get the benefits from the data mining. So first of all, if you want to learn about the availability of the quality of the customers, vendors, the transaction, web-based data, and the different ways of data is coming and how you are managing the data, this is the first task to manage. And also the consolidation and the integration of the data repositories into the data warehouses. This is another step, and this is the most important step, how the different kind of data is coming, and we are managing the data in a nice way. So there are different processes as well. So we will learn the process later on. So now we are learning about the basic context, how the data how the data mine is managing different ways. So in the meanwhile, too, you are understanding the data processing and storage capabilities, and also decrease in cost. So of course, in the business scenario, so decreasing the cost is one of the element, and also increase the profit, and how we can increase the sales. So these are main points like we need to tackle during data mining process to minimize the risk, and also minimize the defective parts, and minimize the different losing the information. So in data mining, we are take care all kind of things. So of course, we are managing the information sources in the non-physical form. What is the basic definition of the data mining? There are a lot of definition around the world. So this is Fried et al. 1996, the founder. So it says that non-trivial, the process of the identifying valid, novel, potentially useful, and ultimately understandable pattern in the data store in the structured databases. You can say like we are use process valid, novel, potentially useful, understandable. Like this is a complete process how you can understand from data collection to actionable things. So if you are talking about the knowledge extraction, yes, you can say this is a data mining, the pattern analysis, knowledge discovery, information harvesting, pattern searching, data dragging, and lot of other things like we are doing in the daily basis. Even though all the social media companies actually, so you can say Twitter, WhatsApp, and also they are using AI, and they already implemented data mining processes. If you are searching anything, you will say see the similar advertisement. This is the one of the example of data mining they are using using by the different social media platforms. So now, if you are understanding the data mining, so of course, the data mining, you must understand the statistics, tools and techniques, and the artificial intelligence, machine learning, pattern recognition, information visualization, database management, and the data warehousing, and also management science and information system. In meanwhile, if you understanding about the characteristics, so an objective, so source of data for data mining is often consideration data one, like it's not always, but of course we can consider. So this DM data mining environment is usually is a client servers web-based information system architecture. So last time we learned about the data warehouses. and we learn about how the data warehouse is actually having a different architecture, and having two-way, three-way, or different phases. One, so we also understanding about the different creative thinking, and within that, so the uh, we are using the sentiment analysis, natural language processing types. So we are learning different ways how we can deal with the data in a nicer way. Of course, data can be in the audio form, video form, the web-based data, and the different other things. How data mining works, like data mining having a pattern, and the pattern may be in the different format, like in the numeric and the symbol relationship among the data items. So even we have a different pattern: association, prediction, cluster, sequential, means time series way. So if you are looking at taxonomy in the data mining, so this is easy to understand, but of course you need to be careful about the prediction. So we can do the prediction by using supervised machine learning and supervised, like time series regression and classification. These are the three actually way to understand the prediction. Even you can find different ways to predict. The data mining, different tools and techniques. So like we have decision trees, neural networks, support vector machine. It's a very famous SVM, and KNN, neural networks, naive-based. So you can understand like about the regression concept, linear and non-linear regressions, ANN, artificial neural networks. Like also you will understand regression trees, SVM, KNN. So in the time series, we have ARIMA, ARMA, and a lot of other exponential smoothing methods. So association, of course, we if we are dealing the attributes, different kind of attributes, and the qualitative nature of variables, yes, this is a more preferable to use market basket, link analysis, sequence analysis. In inside, there are a lot of other methods as well. If you're talking about the segmentation, so segmentation also having the clustering and outlier analysis. So segmentation, clustering is very famous to classify the things, and you can split your data into different format in different way. You can highlight the data. Like for example, you have five different brands. You can easily identify the brands by using clustering. So sometime we can use the cluster for classifying by in supervised learning, and also in the unsupervised. If you don't know the pattern, the clusters you can identify by using the original pattern. If you have the idea about the classification, and you can even identify your own groups by splitting your the specific format. So now, if you are talking about the data mining pattern task, so of course the time series visualization, and we have a statistics versus data mining. This is very important to discuss in the start. Time series forecasting, of course, this is one of the way to check the sequence behavior of the data. Either you have a positive or a negative trend in the future. So visualization, of course, this is a very famous terminology, and we have thousands of kind of visualizations. So visualization may be the charts or graphs, and this is all depends on the objectives what you want to develop. So data mining versus statistics, either they are same or different. We have a lot of discussion about it. So statistics is a branch of sciences in which we are dealing the collection of the data, presentation of the data, analyzing the data, and the conclusion of the data. So we have all objective to conclusion, like actions from aims. So this is a complete process. Data mining is just you can say subset and the task based things like how we are managing the data and taking a decision from the data. So, data mining applications, so we have a lot of application in the different way, like customer relationship management, like maximize return on the marketing campaign, improve customer retention, of course, maximize customer values. We can also identify and treat the most value customers. Of course, we can meet the expectation of the customers. We can set that task based. For example, the customers are actually achieving their goals. We can give the benefits for those customers. Those are giving you more profit. So, most of the times we are having a limit. So, if even we are going beyond the limit, then we are getting the profit. So, banking and other financial services also. Are using the different data mining applications, just like automate the loan application process, detecting fraudulent transactions, maximize customers' values, and also optimize cash reserves with the forecasting. So I can give you other example as well, like banking sectors are actually using the most of the advanced tools to predict the either the peoples are actually giving you all the transaction on times and like returning on time and a lot of other things you can even manage by using data mining tools. So one of the example is a loan application approval. And also, if you want to open a bank account, you can easily, the system can help you quickly to open the new accounts. So a lot of retail and logistic companies are actually using data mining, just like optimize inventory management at different location, improve the store layout and the sales promotion, optimize logistic by predicting seasonal effects, minimize losses due to the limited shelf life, and also manufacturing and maintenance, also using different supply chain analytics tools. So a lot of companies are directly machines are actually directly aligned with the processes. If the machine is producing defected parts, so immediately we can stop the machine and then we can use other machine or you go to the alternate methods. So maintenance departments are supply chain departments are actually optimizing and providing a best way how to give you to reduce the cost and and also reduce the risk and increase the profit. So this is actually how the manufacturing and maintenance departments are managing using by data mining. So if you are talking about the securities trading, and of course nowadays cyber security is one of the challenge. So people are all the companies are actually hiring the cyber security persons. They want to uh, they want to protect their data and also want to focus the things and how they can get the more benefit in the future market, how they can win the race in the high competition. So this is actually the insurance companies also have forecast claims cost for better decision making and also for the compete the market, and also detect optimal rate plans and also optimize market to specific customers. So identify and prevent fraudulent claim activities. So this is all the companies actually having the same kind of thing. So, like all the customers are actually preferring to take the products. Those are actually competing the market, which having the low price and also uh, having a good quality. So this is actually the data mining actually applications are everywhere. So just like computer hardware and software science and engineering, government and defense, homeland and security and law enforcement. agencies, travel, entertainment, all the healthcare, medicine, sports, and other departments. So all the department actually having the application of data mining. Now, process, we learning about the process or manifestation of the best practices, systematic way to conduct data mining project, moving from art to science for data mining project. Everybody has the different version. Most common standard process Chris, data mining. We are focusing three main standard processes. First is actually Chris method, SEMMA method, KDD method. So we are learning one by one. So all the processes are actually very dynamic. So the first method is actually Grace method. Grace method is a cross industry standard process for data mining. So most of the companies are actually using this process. This is proposed in 1990 by the European Consortium. So the process having six steps. This six steps phases having the business understanding, data understanding, data preparation, model building, testing, and evaluation and deployment. So we're learning with the example like how it works. So first we are starting from data understanding, and then we have further three steps: data understanding, data preparation, data modeling. So then we are during the testing process, like we may accept or reject. For example, we are thinking like this is not the trained model and we are not satisfied, and then again we can go to the business understanding. Again we can start the process with the data understanding and the data preparation, data modeling. So it's all depending on your model. If the model is very good and significant, and then of course we can straightforward testing. During the testing evaluation, we can decide that we can deploy or not. So sometimes we are facing some challenges during the data testing or evaluation, then we can come back to our uh, decision either we are deploying or not. So this is the Chris data mining method, how it works. So we are going to the next SEMMA method. SEMMA is developed by SAS. So SAS is actually showing you like how we are taking a decision from sample to assess. The sample is actually generating the sample, even the data coming from different company, looping and some other way. So the second step is actually explore. Explore is we are describing our data, so visualizing our data and having descriptive statistics and all other things. And a modify is actually we are having the variables and transforming and presenting our data in the useful way, where which way is more comfortable. Like for example, we have five or six different variables, and all the variable having the different nature, different way, and different, we need to align in one sequence. And just like one is data is a rows format and the other is in the column format, we need to align in one format, and then we can build a model. And then during the model building we are using different machine learning method as well. So then we are checking, evaluating, and checking the accuracy. Either this model is having the significant output. If the output is not significant, again we will come back to again taking a sample and then explore, modify, model, and assess. So if the next step is actually significant, then of course we can deploy. This is the round feedback system and how it works. It's a it's again famous method. SEMA is a famous method of data mining process. So the next KDD is again knowledge discovery in databases, and we are starting from the raw data, and then we are having the next stage is data cleaning, and then transforming, and the data extraction pattern. So usually this is very well known, but it's not commonly used. But of course, these steps are commonly used. Just like we are having the data cleaning, we have data transformation, So these are the common methods we are using, but not we are considering this is the KDD. But if you are following all these steps, then you can say like this, we adopt the KDD method for extraction pattern and other actionable insight. So we can compare. This is one of the book says like this. No, this is the website. The source is kdnuggets.com. These highlight that the crisp is the most used. This is one of the proposed by someone is second one, and the SEMMA is third, and the KDD is the fourth one. Method more best method at that moment. So now we are learning about the data mining methods. So these are classification. We already learn about classification is the we are making a groups, classes, categories according to common characteristic. This is called classification. So we have different kind of classification, like one-way classification, two-way, multi-way classification. Right now, we are learning generically, like most frequent use a data mining pattern, of course, part of the machine learning family employs supervised learning. So, at this stage, you can say classification is making classes or groups according to common characteristics. So now we are learning about some classification method, like we have a predictive accuracy, we have a speed, robustness, scalability, interpretability. So we predict accuracy, like of course we have a lot of values, and then we can easily find the value. Those are within the interval. Missing value we can find by using this. So speed, of course, model building versus predicted uses. Speed is does matter. Robustness is also very good. Like we can find the values in the presence of some errors or some. Robustness meaning is actually something is quite good in the presence of a number of different methods. For example, you use the five different methods, which is most robust method. So robust means having the more accuracy, having more efficiency. It's more reliable results with the more consistent results. So robustness we can explain in a different context. So right now we are having accuracy of classification model. So this is actually having the positive, negative, and negative positive. So one is a predictive class, and the one is observed class. So observe is the original data, true data, and the predicted data is actually we use the data for and find the prediction. So now we have a true positive, true negative, false positive, and false negative. So you can easily compare these columns, and then you can find the accuracy. What is the formula of accuracy? This is the true positive plus two negative divided by two positive, two negative, false positive, false negative. So you can easily find the accuracy of that particular model. So then confusion matrix also showing you sensitivity. Also, you can say true positive rate. True positive rate also says sensitivity. So true negative rate also says specificity. So we have a precision. Precision also says true positive divided by true positive plus false positive. So this is these are the formulas. And if you want to find, yes, I have a activity. Later on, you can learn how to find it. I want to inform you one thing very important. So, for example, a judge want to take a decision either the column side you can say true or false, and the row side where you can say if accept or reject. So, I judge want to take a decision either the person is innocent or not. So, if the person is innocent and the judge accept, then we can say it's a correct decision. So, for example, I just say like the person is false, is not innocent, but the judge is rejected, like give the punishment. So means this is a correct decision. Means one we have a correct decision, one have the two have the correct decision, two have the error. Another thing is, for example, a person the says true means innocent person, but the judge punish him like him. So this is a type 1 error. So error comes when we have a true statement, true thing, and we are rejecting. So this is type 1 error. We also say alpha error. So the accept means this is a type 2 error. How the type 2 error means, like one person is not innocent, guilty, did something wrong, and the judge accept it and punish him. But this is again no, judge release him, like accept means release. So this is again error. This is called type 2 error, beta error. So now we came to know that we have two errors. One, the true rejected and the false accepted, two error, and the true accepted and false rejected are correct decision. Now we are learning beyond this one. So the next step is we estimated methodologies for classification, single separated, we have, okay, this is the concept of machine learning. We are testing and training. So for example, you have a data and you are using 70% data for the testing, and then we are training for the rest 30%. So this is the process of testing and training, and then we are model development. If the model is okay, then again you can deploy the model. For example, your model is not showing you significant result during testing and training, and then you can run the model again, and then again you can. So this process may be the 60-20%, maybe 60-40%, maybe you can utilize uh, the 90 and 10%. So this is all depend on the situation and what is going on. Then the next step is actually we are estimating methodology for classification. This is a k-fold cross validation. So usually we have a 10-10%. So we this is the K means 10. We have this method. This is very useful method around the world how you can use this K-fold clause validation. So we are learning about the ROC curve. ROC curve means the receiver operating characteristics curve is the graphical plot for illustration the performance of the binary classifier model and the various threshold setting. It is useful for the visualization for the trade-off between the true positive rate and the false positive rate across different threshold. So we have multiple threshold, and we want to compare either where you stands, we are comparing with respect to the sensitivity versus specificity. So in between sensitivity and specificity, we are comparing the false positive rate and the true positive rate. So if you want to compare, in the down, you can see just a baseline random chance. We have ABC, and we can see either where is your have the high probability. These the y-axis and x-axis is showing you the probability value. These probability value shows like if you have a high probability in the specificity and the high probability of sensitivity, then you can say it's coming under A, and then B, and then C. We can explain like this. Okay, I am explaining you in the one of the diagram. Like for example, we have a false alarm and the true alarm. So when you see the ROC curve shows the value is 0.84, it means is a very high probability. So this probability says this is having the perfect classification. Like already explained in the left side, you can say produce value from 0 to 1.0. Yes, this is the range, and random chance is a zero point 0.5, and perfect classification is this is 1.0. This is obvious. The probability, high probability means point 1.0, and the random chances is zero point 0.5, means 50% chances for occurrence or not. So of course we can see either there is skewed or there is a normal. So now we are learning about the classification techniques. There is a statistical, there is a logistic regression, discriminant analysis Bayesian classifier, and also machine learning. We have decision trees and neural networks, support vector machines, case-based reasoning, and genetic algorithm rough sets. So we are learning about the decision trees. Like decision trees actually we have steps create a boot not by the design all the training data into it and then we are splitting our attributes and next step is actually branch add the branch of the node for each value of the split and split the data into mutually exclusive subset. What is the meaning of mutually exclusive? Then we have only one options to select along the side of the specific split. So, you need to split the data, and then you need to choose a specific subset, right? So now the next step is repeat two and three for each every leaf, not until the stopping criteria is reached. So then you can repeat the step two and three, and then you can see where is your the more suitable results are coming. So then you can go to the next assembly method for prediction analysis. So usually we have a data and then we are having a different kind of visualization and using different techniques and then decision logics uh, says the different methods and then you can take a decision to control the heterogeneity assembly. So how you can manage in the prediction. So I'm just having a cluster analysis for data mining. So cluster, you know that this is the meaning of group. So how you can make the groups in different ways. So even you can make the groups in different visualization. Um, and also you can, okay, I will show you example in the visualization form. Use the automatic identification of neural grouping of things. Yes, we can do by using different softwares. Even the Excel also can do part of the machine learning machine family and also employ unsupervised machine learning. And also we have input and output target variables and marketing. This is also known as a segmentation. So cluster analysis for data mining. This is actually having the identification neural grouping of the customers, identify rule for assigning new cases to classes for targeting diagnostic purposes, provide characteristics, definition, labeling, and all. You can see the degrees, the size of the complexity of the problem for other data mining methods. So you can learn how to identify outlier in the specific domain. So this is all about the data mining, how the clusters can help you to in the data mining. So in the analysis side, if you are talking about the statistical methods, so yes, both hierarchical and the non-hierarchical method, just like you can say the k-means, k-modes, neural networks adopted reason theory ART and the self-organizing map SOM fuzzy logic. In the within a fuzzy logic, there are different kind of fuzzy logic you can use. Nowadays, a lot of scientists are actually using fuzzy logic to take decisions. Generic algorithm, there are a lot of other algorithm you can use. So now these are the steps for the k-means. So first step is you need to identify, determine the k value, and next is you need to start the initial cluster center and then assign the point for the nearest cluster point, and then recompute the new cluster center. Then repeat the method three and four until the convergence is there. So there is actually one, step two, step three. So you can see five different colors. Five different colors show in the first diagram. You can see there is one color, like there is no separated. So if you see the colors in the second step, so these five different colors shows five different clusters. these five clusters showing you the identity, the pattern. So if you are like agree with that, like you can even see they either you are facing some outlier challenges or not. So if you are removing the outlier or you are managing the outlier, you are transforming your data, so then you are running again, then you can easily see either your classification is your cluster is actually presenting a true sense or not. So of course, this clustering method is very famous around the world. Even you can use different machine learning method for it. So right now, the k-means clustering used to visualize these um, data set. So by using five different cluster, you can see is representing. So now association rule mining, like how the very popular data mining method is business. Yes, of course, you are seeing like which is more appropriate and best suitable, a part of the machine learning family, and basket analysis, which is more fine at in this scenario. So association rule like input, output, yes, this is all the methods are actually having the input. So self transaction data and then most frequent need among items. And then example, according to the transaction data, customer who bought a laptop computer and the virus protector software is also bought the extension services plan 70% of the time. So now you need to think about that. How do you use the pattern knowledge? Like put the item next to each other and promote the item as a package and place the item for apart from each other. So for association, yes, you need to think either which is expected your input or what is your expected output. So just given the one of the example. So for association rule mining, so this is very, very important to understand either the in the business, especially we are talking about cross marketing, cross selling, store design, catalog design, e-commerce site, and the optimizing of the online advertisement, like product pricing, sales, promotion, so configuration. So in medical symptoms and illness, during COVID-19, the lot of people actually use the association between the symptoms and illness and diagnosing patient characteristics and treatment. So these are the most frequently used. Even the genetic sequences that are just like a bioinformatics person, actually, they're using a lot in medical sciences. So this is association rule. Like we have X to Y, then the percentage of as a percentage of C, and then X Y product and or services. X is the left hand side and the Y is the right hand side. As suppose how often does X and Y go together? C is the confidence and the how often does Y goes together with X. And then computer like virus and all things like 70-30% we are splitting data for testing and training. Association rule mining priority algorithms, like you can understand the find subset data, the common at least the minimum number of the item set, uses a bottom up approach. So we learned before, so top down approach and bottom up approach. Right now we are using bottom up approach, and then we are having the subset or extended one of the item to item at the time. So the size of the frequency subset increased from one item subset to the two item subset. So even then the three item subset and the so on. So in this way, you can carry on with your uh, data process. Groups of candidates at each level are tested against the data for mining minimum support. So I'm giving one example, just like we have one transaction ID and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and same like we have 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you want to go to the next step, one item itself, like one item, two item, three item. So one item means where is it one against three, two against six, three against four, four against five. You can see which is the one value is more supportive. And the two item, you can see three against three. You have a one and two. against 2 you have 1 and 3, against 3 you have 1 and 4, against 4 you have 2 or 3, against 3 we have 3 and 4, right? So you can easily identify in the three items you have only two. Either against 3 you have 1 2 4, again 3 you have 2 3 4. So this is K means algorithms. So this is data mining tools. We have certain tools just like IBM Modeler. This is very famous around the world. SAS is also using, and also Statistica. Others they are using different platform. Um just like free available tools are Naive and Rapid Miner, Weka, and R. So these are actually you can use for data mining purposes. So data mining mistakes, yes, selecting the wrong problem for the data mining, ignoring what your sponsor thinks that mining is and what is really cannot do. You need to understand do and do nots before to give your vendors and your sponsored. Beginning without the end in is mind, like what is the expected outputs you need to be considered, not leaving sufficient time for data acquisition, selection, and the presentation preparation, and also looking at the aggregation result and not at individual records prediction. So this is a lot of other things you need to be considered before to deliver your outputs from the data mining. Thank you very much. See you next time. Hopefully, you have some good understanding about this topic. Thank you. Bye.